Imagine walking alone on the moon, or maybe Mars, miles away from your base, your crew out of sight, and then something goes wrong. In 2013, astronaut Permata nearly drowned, not in sea of alien dust, but inside his own sweat.
I feel a lot of water on the back of my head, but I don't think
During EVA 23 at the International Space Station, over 1.5 liters of water leaked into his helmet, blinding him, blocking his ears, creeping into his mouth. He was lucky. He was close to the airlock, and he survived. But what if it happened on the moon? What if you were stranded kilometers away with no one coming?
Good morning, distinguished judges and audience. Today, I'd like to begin with a question. What if you were stranded alone on the surface of the moon or even Mars? No backup, no signal, no one knowing to help. In space, this isn't just science fiction, it's a real risk. That's exactly why we developed RSQ, a conceptual rescue vehicle built to respond to emergencies during space exploration mission. In this presentation, we will introduce how RSQ works, the problem it solves, and why it could be a vital part of future lunar or Martian mission. Hello, I'm Annisa Permata, and
I'm Raihan Praja.
we are Geastro from SMA Negeri 81 Jakarta.
Why we made RSQ? So, astronaut safety during a lunar and Martian exploration involves a serious risk that must be addressed, especially during extravehicular activities or AVH. Hazards such as injury, disorientation, or getting lost can be fatal due to the lack of immediate assistance and limited real-time communication. The story of astronaut Luca Permitano serves as a case study of an emergency situation during AVH 23. On July 16, 2013, the Italian astronaut nearly drowned inside his own helmet due to a water leak in his spacesuit. The situation worsened when the water completely covered his nose, and at that moment his communication device had not yet been connected, leaving him completely alone in space with no one able to help.
A real emergency incident involving astronaut Luca Parmitano demonstrates how sudden hazards such as equipment failure or disorientation can occur during space exploration. In such situation, evacuation is often limited by time, visibility, and unstable communication. To address this risk, we propose RSQ, Autonomous Rescue Explorer System, a compact, self-operating rescue vehicle designed to quickly reach and assist astronauts in emergency conditions. There are three functional systems. The first one is dynamic drive system, powered by DC motors, enabling basic surface mobility on the moon or even Mars. The second one is passive suspension, ensures stability across rock undraven terrain, and last is a crow arm, object retrieval arm, a servo-controlled robotic arm capable of gripping and lifting injured astronaut or other objects.
So this is the design of RSQ. In the right side we've got control and engine room, and in the left side we've got the excavator to evacuate the astronaut or the objects.
Okay, I will explain about STEM principles and suspension and RSQ. Okay, this suspension system applies several physics principles. The use of springs follow Hooke's law, which explains how elastic materials compress in response to force. The static support distribute weight and maintain balance, applying basic concepts from statics and structural mechanism. Meanwhile, the cardboard's flexible nature demonstrates material flexural behavior, allowing it to fall under pressure and return to shape, adding extra shock absorption. Together, these principles help keep the chassis stable and reduce vibration on rough terrain. Here, I will explain the principle of STEM in RSQ besides what I explained earlier. Okay, the first one is physics. RSQ uses DC motors to apply rational force for movement and passive suspension to absorb shock on uneven surface. The servo-based crawl arm applies mechanical leverage to grip and lift objects, demonstrating principle of torque, and balance. Okay, next one is mathematics. Movement control and arm positioning rely to geometry and angle calculation, ensuring precise motion and stable lifting. Load distribution and center of gravity are also considered to prevent tipping. Okay, the next one is engineering. Okay, the body design, wheel system, and robotic arm are engineered for use in low gravity and rush train. Mechanical simplicity and motority allow for reliable performance under harsh conditions. Okay, the last one is informatics. An Arduino microcontroller handles to control logic, operating motors and servo based on program sequence. They show how simple programming enables real-time robotic control.
Unfortunately, during the recording process, the servo body broke after accidentally falling. As a result, the internal gears were likely damaged, causing the servo motor to jam and become unresponsive. This accident occurred just before the video was taken, which limited the ability of our prototype to move as originally intended.
And that brings us to the end of our presentation. With RSQ, we aim to redefine safety standards for astronauts operating far from Earth, ensuring that even in the most extreme environment, there's always a way home. Thank you very much for your attention. We hope RSQ sparks new conversation and innovation in the future of space exploration.